We wait for the clicker to come, and it's over here. We are sitting between morning and noon, right before the coffee time as well, and I have the pleasure of walking to you what's happening in the screen world. And we have three sections of our presentation, which is, first we'll give you some gyan, because I think that's what everybody wants, like what's really happening in the TV space. Then we'll give you some points of validation that this is actually working and there is proof points coming from a market like India. And last but not the least, the favorite amongst agency planners and my sales team, kuch naya hai bechne ko, is also we have. What innovations are taking place in the CTV ecosystem? So let's begin with some gyan of what's really happening in this landscape and what is changing behind the world. India will have little over 1 billion screens by the time we exit 2030. And screens will become a very important place for you to discover newer products, content, and also a way to educate yourself and get more healthy over the course of time. In the last year, specifically in 2023, we saw a little over 35 million TVs coming online. These are all TVs put together. Pretty much 80% of all the TVs are connecting to the internet on a daily basis. And what is also equally important is we've seen a sharp decline in the number of devices using third-party devices to connect to the internet from the televisions. At Samsung, we are leading the charge by bringing a lot of innovations to this market. Specifically, our application called Samsung TV Plus, which is bringing to you broadcast content pretty much right out of the box. And we plan to bring more innovations over the course of this year. We are about 9.5 million TVs at the end of 2023. We're looking at probably crossing about 12 million TVs, which are completely addressable and is giving us real-time insights. Cumulative in this particular region of APAC, we have little over 30 million TVs, which can be addressed using our stack. And reading into these screens, we're able to discover what are people watching, what shows are people watching, what are they watching on streaming, what games are they playing, and more importantly, for our friends in agency and advertising ecosystem, are they actually looking at your ads, which are getting played on these large screens at the household level? And streaming is no doubt surging. We have gone through the conversations around cord cutters, cord nevers, etc. But what we can clearly see in our market is that streaming is definitely surging. Looking at, again, data for 2023, across Samsung TVs India, about 88% of Samsung TVs are streaming content. This is up 3 points from 85% in 2022. Globally, India is actually an outlier which has the highest amount of streaming content or streaming applications being used across our televisions. And what is even more exciting is that when you look at the consumption behavior on a per TV per month basis, between all the streaming applications, there's roughly about 35 hours of streaming content being watched per month per TV across India, across all our Samsung TVs. That cumulatively is giving us about 4.3 billion hours of watch time on streaming application itself. And that's predominantly split between 5 different applications, a fair share of advertising funded applications, as well as subscriber-based applications. And pretty much of all of this is happening on the top 10 applications on the TV itself, which also makes us an important point that the app space in the TV ecosystem is up for a major shift, similar to what happened in the mobile ecosystem about a decade ago. And this is leading to some very interesting proof points for a market like India, where we are bringing connected technology to our televisions within our content and helping drive some meaningful output for some of our brands. Case in point is one very cool example that we've done where we've integrated our ad ecosystem with weather APIs, and we're triggering real-time ads on our televisions looking at what's happening with the weather. This specifically is for the Bosch dryer, so the moment there was a chance of rain or high humidity in certain cities, and no doubt Mumbai topped that particular chart, you will definitely see an ad on a Samsung TV. Similarly, we had another exciting example with Triumph, where we were able to drive a very high purchase intent to a very interesting category, which otherwise is very focused on performance advertising. We were also able to drive a very higher rate of QR code engagement, which is a gray area as we unlock this particular category or type of advertising taking place in the TV ecosystem. Lastly, as we look at some of the brand lift, having worked with Jaguar and Range Rover, This was a study that we did last year over a couple of campaigns that we ran. We were able to improve all the key metrics for the top of the mind funnel for over. What we're also keeping very close to ourselves is the fact that we want to treat TV as a device, which is specifically designed for upper funnel and top of mind recall metrics. As I close this session on some of the case study validation, what we are able to conclude comfortably and statistically validated with over 300 campaigns that we executed in 2023, we can reasonably confirm that when you combine video advertising with home screen advertising across our televisions, you're able to drive much, much higher brand recall, brand favorability, and brand preference over the course of your campaign. And all of this can be measured pretty much in real time using some of our stack capabilities. As I come to the close of my session, we know video is the new shopfront. We know people are asking for, is there a way we can buy stuff from the TV, or is there a way I can browse certain categories? And what we've been able to observe over the last 12 to 18 months is that there is definitely multitasking happening. There is definitely viewers trying to look at products that they have just been exposed to on the screen, and quite possibly also buy it. But we are starting with a basic foundation of what TV as a device is known for, which is discoverability and really getting to know what is out there as a product, as a brand, or as a service. So as one of the first product features that we're going to launch is called a carousel ad, which will actually run a combination of video, and it will allow the user to have interactivity using a TV remote to look at other features. This entire canvas is completely customizable and offers all the digital metrics tracking, which was not historically available on any of the TV platforms. You can experience some of these platforms and these ads at our stall right behind these walls. Also, we are giving extra actionability to our ads, wherein you can run polls. You can also integrate QR codes as part of your creative. You can integrate that with your mobile campaigns and run that in sync. And again, bring the power of large screen engagement with the power of digital metrics at the back of it. And how can we leave AI behind the scene? As we step into 2024, AI is definitely going to be a core theme across many verticals. We just saw Reena present from Microsoft on what's happening with Gen AI and Copilot. At Samsung, we're also looking at bringing AI to have better outcomes on TV campaigns as we step into the second half of 2024. With that, I'd like to wrap it up. And I just want to leave you this thought. If you're looking at TV advertising, change the way you see TV. Thank you so much.